What is up, my disciples? Coding Jesus here. If you're new to this channel, my name's Coding Jesus. I'm a quantitative developer, meaning I write software for proprietary trading firms. But on YouTube, I like to discuss quantitative trading, software engineering, career, and cryptocurrency. Now in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the most deluded cryptocurrency investor out there. Now this person is also a Bitcoin maximalist, so yes, there is some sort of correlation between delusion and Bitcoin maximalism, but I'll let you guys come to your own conclusion. Today, we're going to be looking at none other than Michael Saylor. Yes, Michael Saylor of MicroStrategy's fame, the guy that won't stop talking about how amazing Bitcoin is. And we're going to be taking a look at one or two of his own clips and working through it, understanding where the delusion comes from and just understanding what the whole concept behind Bitcoin maximalism really looks like. Without further ado, guys, let's get into the first clip.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best?
You know, Ethereum.
There is no second best.
There is no second best?
There's no second best crypto asset.
There is no second best.
There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right?
Right. And there's Ethereum, there's Cardano, there's Binance Coin, there's FTX, there's Monero, there's Nano. There's a lot of crypto assets out there.
Right? There's no second best, okay? It's not like Google and Facebook. It's not like Apple and Amazon.
Yes, there is a similar comparison. There's Bitcoin and there's Litecoin. There's Ethereum and there's Cardano. There's Zcash and there's Monero. There's FTT and there's Huobi token.
Yeah, we can debate Apple or Amazon. What's better? They both look like tech monopolies to me. They both look pretty good. On the other end, Bitcoin or
Ethereum or Cardano or Binance Coin or Monero or Nano or Zcash or any one of the other 100 different cryptocurrencies out there that are looking to compete with Bitcoin, maybe?
No.
No? No? There's only Bitcoin?
Bitcoin. Bitcoin's crypto asset. This entire idea of like 60% dominance is bullshit, ridiculous, stupid, right? Like, it's stupid.
All right, yeah. Dominance is ridiculous. You know, dominance was actually used to prove why Bitcoin was superior to other cryptocurrencies. But now that Bitcoin is pretty much superior to nothing, let's just ignore dominance. Let's not think of dominance. Let's actually check what the dominance is. Bitcoin dominance, 47%. Isn't that depressing? That Bitcoin dominance has gone from around 95% to continuously plummeting to a near low of 40%. Right? So let's not focus on dominance anymore. I mean, it wasn't that good of a metric to begin with, right?
It's not 60% dominant. It's like 96% or 95% dominant, right?
Well, I guess if you kind of like rearrange the 9 and the 7 in the 0.97, you know, just carry it over, and yeah, it's like a 97. Bitcoin dominance is 97.
The thing, if you compare it as a crypto asset to a like kind of proof of work crypto network, right? That's meant to be a store of value. You know, you're lucky if you can scrape together 5% of other stuff.
Other stuff. That's a disdain he has for the cryptocurrency ecosystem, right? He isn't saying this because he loves Bitcoin. He's saying it because he has a disdain for anything that isn't emotionally tied to his own position. It's as if he says Ethereum, he's going to combust or explode or something. Okay, this is not the type of person you want to align yourself with.
In the last bucket. So there is no real competitor.
Now, this is where Michael becomes the most deluded that I've seen him yet. He says that there's no such thing as competition in cryptocurrency, or that there is no competing cryptocurrency to Bitcoin. Now, Mr. Saylor, I'd have to disagree with you here, because in fact, the only reason cryptocurrency exists is to create competition in money. You see, cryptocurrency competes with fiat, but other cryptocurrencies compete with each other to become the best or most widely used cryptocurrency out there. That is the basis of having a free market in money, that consumers will then be able to pick which form of money they think is best suited for their own needs. For example, if somebody wants to transact in an open and transparent way, they might think that Nano is the go-to form of money that they'd like to use. On the other hand, if somebody wants to transact on the darknet or would like their funds to be used in a more private way, and their funds might not be used nefariously, but if they would like some more privacy, they might choose to use a cryptocurrency like Monero. So in the future that I see for cryptocurrency, I see multiple competing cryptocurrencies, and to think that there is no competition in cryptocurrency is beyond delusion. It's now verging on the sense of irresponsibility. Why is it irresponsible? Well, you're not only lying to yourself, you're lying to the hundreds of thousands of viewers that will watch the video that you were interviewed in, Mr. Saylor, and they will think that there is no competition in money, when in fact the whole foundation of cryptocurrency was to introduce competition, to introduce a free market of money into today's digital age. Now this next clip is from another video, but it's still particularly relevant because it focuses on change, whether or not Bitcoin will always be the top contender out there. And Mr. Michael Saylor here really shows just how biased and unprepared he is for this interview by saying that Bitcoin will always be number one. In other words, there's a 0% chance that anything will ever take out Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the clip.
I want to get into my next topic, and that is the survival of Bitcoin. When you look at some strategies or some companies that are developing alternative coins and or alternative blockchain technology out there, what are your thoughts on potentially, could Bitcoin ever be replaced by some other crypto?
I think there's about zero chance of that.
Really?
Bitcoin's
Okay.
$1 trillion digital monetary network. Bitcoin would be the most successful thing you've ever seen in your life.
Now, as you were able to see at the end part of that interview, even the interviewer is a little shocked. He's asking himself, what the hell is this guy talking about, right? And that's because the data goes against everything Mr. Michael Saylor is saying, and that's what's brilliant about all this. Nobody really cares what you have to say, Mr. Saylor, because the data says something else. Now, there's often a concept that's brought up in terms of whether Bitcoin will always be number one, and that is called the flippening. Now, if you're new to cryptocurrency, you're probably wondering what the hell is the flippening, Coding Jesus? The flippening is the idea that Bitcoin will eventually be flipped from its number one position, meaning something else will overcome Bitcoin. Now, we don't have to postulate whether Bitcoin will always be number one. There are several metrics we can gauge whether Bitcoin will be number one, and whether it currently is number one, above and beyond simply looking at market cap. Let me tell you why that's important. Let's say there's a coin called Coin A, and Coin A has a market cap of 10. It's the current number one market cap coin. Now, every day, somebody sends $1 on Coin A's network. We have Coin B. Now, Coin B's market cap is 5. Every day, we have somebody that sends $10 on Coin B's network, right? Can you really say that Coin A is the top coin if Coin B is being used more to send more to more people, right? So those are various metrics we need to look at. We need to look above and beyond the headline of simply looking at market cap. Now, I want to take you guys onto a website called blockchaincenter.net. Now, Blockchain Center measures the flippening of Bitcoin, and it does so in comparison to Ethereum because Ethereum is the number one contender to flip Bitcoin. It is second by market cap. So let's take a look at an actual data-driven approach to measure whether Bitcoin will always be number one, and we'll see very soon that Bitcoin is losing on a lot of key metrics. All right, guys. As we can see here, the flippening, Ethereum versus Bitcoin. So Ethereum's market cap is currently 36% of Bitcoin's market cap. Now, when people think of the flippening, they think in terms of market capitalization, right? When will Ethereum surpass Bitcoin in terms of market capitalization? But once again, guys, that is only one metric to measure a potential flippening. Let's take a look at some other metrics. So active addresses, as we can see, the trend since starting at 2019, it's on the rise. Relative to the amount of active addresses that Bitcoin has, Ethereum will soon surpass it if the trend continues. As this post says, active addresses are the number of unique addresses that send or receive transaction in a given week. That's how it's currently measured. Transaction count flippening. As you can see, the number of transactions on the Ethereum network is far surpassing that of Bitcoin. If I can tell anything from this index, it looks like it's around 600. It looks like it's around 6 times, right, the amount of transactions that Bitcoin has, given that the index is around 600. And as we can see, that's correct. The transaction count shows the relation of total on-chain transactions that happen on the network. 100% means Ethereum has flipped Bitcoin in this metric, so it's currently at 600%. So clearly Bitcoin's losing in terms of transaction count, and there are more people using Ethereum for more things than what people are using Bitcoin for. transaction volume flipping, so the amount of transaction volume in terms of USD sent over the network. So Michael Saylor will often say that Bitcoin is a monetary network, even though that's never used in the white paper of Bitcoin. Peer-to-peer cash is used in the white paper of Bitcoin. But let's just give it to Mr. Saylor. Bitcoin is a monetary network, meaning it's used to send funds. Well, if more funds are being sent to more people on Ethereum, what does that mean in terms of which coin is actually used for the purpose of a monetary network? Clearly, on this metric, Bitcoin is losing substantially to Ethereum. Trading volume flipping. So there is more trading volume on Ethereum rather than there is on Bitcoin. Another metric that Ethereum has flipped. Total transaction fee flipping. So which network is more in demand? Which network are people willing to pay more to use? As you can see, clearly Ethereum is a much more in-demand network. Node count flipping. Now the number of public nodes reachable, I don't really consider this that important. What's the difference between having 1 million nodes and having 500,000 nodes? There isn't much of a big difference. But regardless, as you can see here, Ethereum has flipped it in the past, and Ethereum will, I believe, continue to flip it moving forward. Google interest search. As you can see, Ethereum is on the rise, and if given current trends, I believe that the interest in Ethereum, based off retail interest, right, what people are Googling, will far surpass that of Bitcoin. Now, why did I decide to make this video, guys? Well, I decided to make this video not only to show you that Michael Saylor is deluded beyond belief, but also I wanted to teach you guys a little lesson. Similar to how the Bible has lessons at the end of each passage, so too does Coding Jesus' videos have a lesson at the end of the video. Today's video, guys, is that human beings are fallible. They're easy to be drawn into a cult of personality, to believe in a digital deity in the words, or in the sphere of cryptocurrency rather. It's important that as cryptocurrency investors and cryptocurrency traders or users, we're open to logic, reason, and evidence. Bitcoin maximalists like Michael Saylor can be compared to the cryptocurrency conservatives or Bitcoin conservatives. They're conservative in the sense that they resist the tide of change. Now, if you know anything about the world we live in, you'll know that change is inevitable. And those that fight change will ultimately die out. Those that are able to accommodate change will survive, and those that actively seek and embrace change will thrive. It's very important, guys, that we understand that cryptocurrency isn't about Moon, Lambo, etc., etc. Cryptocurrency is founded in skepticism. It's founded in questioning. It's founded in bucking traditional establishment norms. And that is what Michael Saylor is not doing. He is not thinking critically. Now, I want my viewers to think critically. I want you guys to ask questions, not only of cryptocurrencies, but also of my videos and the various concepts that I bring up in my videos. It's important that we always look for the truth, whether that's in cryptocurrency or we seek out the truth elsewhere, even if the truth is uncomfortable. And based off this video and on the trajectory that we're going down, guys, Bitcoin will not always be number one, and it'll be very interesting to see what will happen as Bitcoin slides from number 1 to number 2 to number 3 to number 4. And one day, Bitcoin won't even be on the first page of CoinMarketCap. Now, I know it hurts to say that, but sometimes the truth hurts. And if we want to be able to survive and thrive in today's world, we need to be able to accept the truth, see past it, embrace what's coming next, and move on with our lives. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Cheers.